Good evening, dear friends. This is Santa Claus bringing you the news on this April 28th, 2026. My heart is heavy yet hopeful as I share today's stories from around our precious world. 40 years ago today, the world learned of the terrible accident at Chernobyl when radiation was detected in Sweden. That moment reminds us how interconnected we truly are, how what affects one part of our Earth family touches us all. Today, I must share news of challenging times in the Persian Gulf. The United Arab Emirates has announced its departure from OPEC, the Organization of Petroleum Exporting Countries. The UAE plans to gradually increase oil production, though with the Strait of Hormuz closed, getting that precious resource to those who need it remains difficult. We must remember the many sailors and workers whose livelihoods depend on safe passage through these waters. Meanwhile, a delicate dance continues between the United States and Iran regarding reopening the strait. The White House is considering an Iranian proposal that would lift blockades immediately but delay discussions on Iran's nuclear program. As Secretary Rubio noted, it's important that straits be open, yet the nuclear question remains at the heart of this standoff. My friends, how I wish we could sit all parties down at the North Pole for hot chocolate and honest conversation. Turning our attention to Ukraine, President Zelenskyy has threatened sanctions against Israeli individuals and businesses buying grain from Russian-occupied regions. Two vessels allegedly carrying Ukrainian wheat have been headed toward Israel, causing tension between nations that should be friends. In these difficult times, we must remember that taking what belongs to others, whether it's a child's toy or a nation's harvest, breaks the golden rule we hold so dear. In another chapter of this long conflict, Ukraine has struck Russian oil infrastructure in the Black Sea port of Tuapse for the third time in a month. A large fire has erupted at the refinery there, causing evacuations of nearby homes. My heart aches for the innocent families displaced, and I pray for their safety and comfort during this frightening time. With deep sadness, I must share troubling news from North Korea. Leader Kim Jong-un has confirmed a policy requiring soldiers fighting for Russia and Ukraine to commit suicide rather than be captured. He praised those who had self-blasted as heroes who did not expect any compensation. Oh, my dear children around the world, each life is precious beyond measure, a gift to be cherished, not discarded. Let us pray for peace that makes such terrible sacrifices unnecessary. In Mali, attacks on army bases have taken many lives, including Defense Minister Sadio Kamara, his wife, and two children. Explosions continue near the capital's airport, with fighters from Jamaat Nusrat al-Islam wal Muslimin and the Azawad Liberation Front entering cities across northern regions. My heart breaks for these families caught in violence, especially the little ones who deserve childhoods filled with joy, not fear. Some encouraging news comes from the Democratic Republic of Congo, which plans to create a special unit to police its mines with funding from the US and UAE. While the need for such protection speaks to ongoing challenges, the investment in security for vital resources may bring stability to communities that have suffered greatly. Let us hope this brings safety to the millions who work with their hands to bring forth the minerals our modern world needs. In a curious development amid the blockade, a Russian billionaire's superyacht was able to transit the Strait of Hormuz after maintenance in Dubai, apparently because neither Iran nor the United States objected. The vessel sailed under Russian flag on an approved route. While ships carrying food and medicine wait, I wonder if we might channel such cooperation toward allowing passage of vessels bringing necessities to those in need. And finally, Iran is struggling to find places to store its oil as the U.S. naval blockade prevents exports. They're reviving old storage sites and using improvised containers, hoping to avoid shutting down production entirely. The situation has become a test of endurance, with negotiations to end the war at a standstill. As we end today's news, I'm reminded that even in our darkest hours, there remains the possibility for peace and understanding. Just as the Star of Bethlehem guided wise men long ago, may wisdom guide leaders today to choose paths of compassion over conflict, generosity over greed. From my heart to yours, this is Santa Claus wishing you peace and goodwill until we meet again.